folks celebrating? Not worth interrupting anything for?
A man's been shot. I better...
Do you see anyone else running out there?
Appears like I'm the only one in town heard the shooting.
You're the only one that's fool enough to show you did. Stay out of it. Put the light out and come back to bed.
But the man might still...
Don't mix in it. Let somebody else do the finding.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Grey Theater.
When the early settlers moved to the West to start a new life, they found complete social equality. There was a sign in Halloran's General Store at El Paso, Texas, said it pretty well. Don't look down on anybody, only God sits up that high. The old adage, all men are created equal, was never more true than on an old Western ranch. Everybody lived together, worked together, and fought together. If a man was good and honest, he was accepted in any walk of ranch society. And many a $12 a month cowhand ended up by marrying the rancher's daughter. I'm sure that's true. I've seen Gene Autry do it 1,000 times. And in the old mining camps of the West, there was no such thing as a caste system. Millionaires and drifters all ate out of the same pot. A man was judged by what he was, not by what he had. Because a handful of pay dirt could make anybody rich overnight. A newspaper editor in Silver City once wrote, I respect everybody, the poor and the rich, because every day it changes so, I don't know which is which. However, as in every society, there were those who were too ready to sit in judgment of their fellow men. And to them, the rope was the easy answer, as we shall see in our story this week entitled Hanging Fever. Our star is Frank Lovejoy.
Oh, Harry, please. Leave me alone.
I haven't touched you.
You know what I mean. Please go.
If that's what you want.
I wish you'd leave town. I wish you'd never come to Wadsworth.
I've been here over 6 months. This is the first time I stopped by. When I saw your light, remembered Sam was away, I thought you might be lonely.
Why did you have to pick this town?
It bothers you that much having me around?
No.
After all, you are married. Happily.
Yes, I am.
That's what I said.
That's the way I want it to be.
Of course, that's why I think I'll hang around. I kind of like the idea of knowing the wife of one of the big men in this country. The way I hear it, he may even become governor when this section is made a territory. The governor's lady.
You find that funny, don't you?
No. Helpful. Knowing the wife of the territorial governor, him being so busy and in and out of town, might be very interesting. And advantageous.
Oh, Harry, get out of here.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Walston. But I'll be around when you want me.
Sam Walston.
I was hoping that fire meant a friendly cup of coffee.
It sure does, Sam. Climb down. It's good to see you. Help yourself.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting to see you. Folks in town figured it'd be a week or more before you got back.
It was long enough as it was.
Well,
Well, what?
you gonna be our first governor?
Oh, no, they don't decide things that quickly. They just had me back east so that they could look me over. They've got a couple of other men under consideration.
They'd be loco if they don't pick you.
Well, right now, I don't care. I just want to get home. I've been away from Margaret too long.
Why don't you bed down here? I'll ride back with you in the morning.
No, this coffee will keep me awake until dawn. I'll make town by then.
And I'll ride back with you now. I got no cause to go on now that you're here. Oh, I was headed over to Lordsburg to buy me some cattle. Now I can do business with you. I guess I should have waited for you, Sam, but you know me when I get some cash. If I don't put it right in stock, I'll drink or gamble it up. We'll talk business on the ride in.
All right. If I can stay awake.
Sam.
Ben Stevens.
2 shots in the back.
I guess maybe they're sleeping heavy.
These wounds aren't fresh. Blood's caked. A couple hours anyway.
Well, I guess maybe they're just sleeping late.
More than likely sleeping scared.
You can't blame them. We haven't got any law. We haven't got any government here in Wadsworth. They don't want to get mixed up in a thing like this.
No law. What about our committee?
The committee.
This is certainly a job for us.
Why? This country's going to be made federal territory. We'll have the law here.
Well, sure, Sam, but until we do, we'll have to be the law. You said that yourself when you organized the committee.
All right. Round up the boys and I'll meet you in Charlie's saloon. I gotta go home first. I gotta get the trail dust off me and some clean clothes on.
Can't the committee act without you for once?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, Margaret. They're always acting without thinking, as they did twice before when I was away. Stokes and Cooper, you know, find a man is dead, get another one, hang him, don't worry about proof.
Morning, Mr. Walton.
Morning, Mr. Lathrop.
Sam, I rounded up the committee. They're at the saloon, and they're not going to wait long. They figure they know who killed Ben Stevens.
Oh, who?
Harry Kelso.
They got any proof, or is it just because everybody hates his guts?
That's part of it, I guess, but Harry did lose a lot of money to Ben last night.
That's proof.
It is to Stokes and Cooper.
What about you?
Hardly. I've lost money to Ben myself. Half the town has. But you know Stokes and Cooper. They don't need much proof.
Right in a minute.
I don't know what we stand around here waiting for Walton and Lathrop for. There's 5 of us.
I think we ought to wait.
Yeah, after all, we picked Sam to head the committee. You can bet old Kelso ain't gonna wait for him to show up.
It's probably halfway to the border, but I would never get to hang him.
That'd break your heart, wouldn't it, Stokes? Spoil your fun for the whole day.
I just meant I don't want to see no killer escape, that's all.
Well, no one does.
Well, let's mount up and go after him.
Who, Kelso?
Of course.
You think he killed Ben Stevens?
Well, he lost a heap of money to Ben last night. He ran out of his place, sore as a horse with a burr under his tail.
You lost to Ben, so did Lathrop. So did all of us here.
Yes, including me. Now, which one of us do we hang? And how do we pick him? What are we going to do? Cut cards, draw straws? How would you do it, Cooper?
Oh, Now, wait a minute, Sam. Ain't one of us to kill a man, you know that.
Kelso's no good. He's been suspicious of everything from card cheating to horse stealing.
So now we're going to hang him with less proof than we ever had before?
Sam, what makes you so stubborn? If we hang Kelso, the townspeople are just going to say it's good riddance. That's why we got the committee together, ain't it? To get rid...
No, we started this committee to protect honest, decent men. To stand in for the law because the law hasn't moved this far west yet. We have to lean over backwards. Now, we forget about being judge and jury. Of trying to find out whether a man is guilty or not. If all we're interested in is being the executioner, then we're murderers.
Sam's right. You can't hang a man just because you lost some money.
But he said he'd get even with Ben.
That's right, Sam.
Ever know a card player who didn't say that?
But Ben was a nice guy and an honest gambler. And somebody's gonna pay for killing him.
Well, you sure got blood in your eye, haven't you? You'd like to kill, and you haven't got the guts. You want us all in it so the blood can spill on everybody.
No man talks to me like that.
Would you like me to say it again?
Look, we're supposed to be hunting a killer, not killing each other.
Yeah, that's right. I just got a little hot under the collar, Sam, the same as you. I'm sorry.
You still want to hang Kelso?
I want to hang the man that killed Ben Stevens. I guess you're right. We need more proof than we've got against Kelso.
I'm glad you said that. Now, let's split up and see what we can find out. Somebody's got to have heard those shots.
Wow. Mrs. Walston, I didn't figure you'd return my call this soon.
You are leaving town, Harry.
I told you last night.
Or hang.
What?
The committee's coming after you. Somebody killed Ben Stevens. They think you did it.
Last night, those shots we heard.
I don't know where you were, Harry. But I was home. Alone.
Listen, Maggie.
And I think the committee will take my word against yours. So you better run while you still have a chance.
Wait a minute.
Take your choice, Harry. Run or hang.
I tell you, Mr. Cooper, I don't know.
Well, sure you do, Jeff.
No, I swear, I just hear the shots, and then I see this man standing over Mr. Stevens.
It was Kelso?
I couldn't see it was.
Couldn't see it wasn't.
I need a drink.
I'd be glad to buy you a drink if it was Kelso.
Well,
Look, Jeff, you know as well as I do that the town will be well rid of Kelso.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Who was it you saw?
Kelso. Harry Kelso.
That boy, Jeff.
Maybe you have a nice, easy conscience enables you to sleep that soundly. Have you, Calvin?
All right, Sam. I heard the shooting.
What time?
About 12:30, 1. As black as pitch outside. I lit a lamp and went to the window.
Did you see anything?
Just Ben Stevens sprawled in the street. I didn't know it was him then.
You just left him there?
That's right, Sam. I just left him there. Like everyone else in this town that heard the shooting. Oh, I'm just as scared as they are.
Of what?
Your committee? I didn't want to be found standing over a body by any vigilante. They're all too quick to grab a rope. Hang a man and then ask questions later.
Calvin, I'm asking the questions.
You weren't here last night, Sam. You ain't got the hanging fever. Yet.
Sam, Joe Cooper found an eyewitness to the shooting. They got him in the saloon right now.
Better hurry, Sam. There's hanging to be done.
Yes, sir, I seen him. I seen him just as clear as I can see that bottle there.
Looks like it was Kelso. I say we hang him.
You saw him?
He took two shots at me, he did. I'm still shaking from how close he came. Came a lot closer than that bottle. Yes, sir, a lot closer.
What more proof you want? He's an eyewitness.
who's blind drunk half the time he's awake.
Sam, do you have to see the killing?
I'm not gonna hang a man on Jeff Marker's word.
Agreed, Sam, but we at least ought to pick Kelso up.
All right. But he gets a chance to tell his story. Now, is that understood?
Sure, Sam, sure. Come on, boys.
About that drink.
Oh, give him all he wants. I'll stand good for it. Here, Sam. He's packed up and run.
That clinches it. An innocent man wouldn't run, Sam.
Hey, man, here's his tracks over here. His tracks head out this way.
All right, let's go. Johnson and Green, take the left fork.
Yeah, feet.
No sign of him.
Well, that don't mean nothing.
You got a big start. You could be miles ahead.
You get to cut off back the road away. Well, I'm for going on.
Well, you two go ahead. Lathrop and I'll backtrack away. His horse is limping. Probably picked up a stone.
Can't be too far ahead, then.
He isn't riding unless he wants to ruin the horse. We'll do the rest on foot. Hold it, Kelso. Turn around, slow and easy.
Hello, Mr. Walston.
Drop your gun back.
What's the idea, Sam?
I told you, he's going to get a chance to tell his story.
What story? He drew, tried to shoot his way out. What more proof do you need that he killed Ben Stevens?
Who says I did?
We got a witness.
Who?
Jeff Marker.
That drunk? He's a liar. No one would believe him. No jury. But then you don't need a jury, do you, Mr. Walston?
You got any proof he's a liar?
Would it make any difference?
The committee will listen.
The committee?
If you've got any proof that you didn't kill Ben Stevens, we want to hear it.
When was I supposed to have killed him? Where?
You know blasted well. In front of the general store at 1 o'clock this morning.
1. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's when we heard those shots.
We?
That's right. I've got an alibi. But Sheila denies she was with me.
That's a fine alibi.
Who is she?
I've got no way of winning.
Who is she?
Okay. Margaret Walston.
Why, you lying.
Why don't you ask her? You ought to know Maggie well enough to know when she's lying.
Did you call her Maggie?
I knew her well enough to call her Maggie. Once.
No! You're not going to believe him, are you, Sam? He'd lie his own mother in the grave. You know how a story, even a lie like this, would spread. What it would do to you, to Margaret, and your future.
Well, you gonna let him pull that trigger, Mr. Walston?
I said we'd listen to your story. Now we're gonna listen to Margaret's.
Hello, Mrs. Walston.
Why did you, bring him here?
Any reason why we shouldn't?
Oh, no. Of course not.
Margaret Kelso says he didn't kill Ben Stevens. He said he heard some shots around 1 o'clock.
Yes?
And that you were with him when he heard them.
Well, he's lying.
I told you, Sam.
So did I. It's run or hang, you said. I guess it's hang.
There's no need to hang. Committee justice is swift. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Sam, don't. He's right. He was here and we heard the shots. I thought I could let you do that and get rid of him forever. I knew him a long time ago.
I don't care about that. About last night.
No, Sam. Nothing. It was the first time he'd ever been here.
I believe you.
Will anybody else?
It doesn't matter. All right, Kelso, you can go.
It does matter, Sam, and you know it.
You going crazy, Lathrop?
He's not worth a man like you, Sam. This territory's going to need you. A man he can look up to and respect. A man whose wife can be respected.
He didn't kill Ben Stevens.
Jeff Marker said he did. Saw him in a light from a window.
But he was here. I told you he was.
I didn't hear that, Sam. Did you?
Light from what window?
Calvin's.
Jeff didn't say anything about a light in the window. 1 a.m. Calvin told me. How did you know about that? Unless...
Sam!
Would have been so easy. So easy. Yeah. You had to pry. Have proof. Legal.
We heard shots, Sam. What happened?
Well, there he is. That's the man who killed Ben Stevens. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're not going to have any more committee hangings. We're going to be able to leave the lives of other men where they belong. In the hands of the law.
folks celebrating? Not worth interrupting anything for?
A man's been shot. I better...
Do you see anyone else running out there?
Appears like I'm the only one in town heard the shooting.
You're the only one that's fool enough to show you did. Stay out of it. Put the light out and come back to bed.
But the man might still...
Don't mix in it. Let somebody else do the finding.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's Zane Grey Theater.
When the early settlers moved to the West to start a new life, they found complete social equality. There was a sign in Holleran's general store at El Paso, Texas, said it pretty well. Don't look down on anybody, only God sits up that high. The old adage, all men are